Let's talk about cheating. Let's talk about cheating. Let's talk about all the bad things and the sad things that it brings. Let's talk about cheating. I really want to stress less of cheating and how easy it is to do, because I literally thought about it the other day, like, oh my God, it's so easy to cheat. Like, it's so easy to like meet somebody that's attractive, spark up conversation, even if it's light. It could be at like lunch break, or someone you meet at work, or someone you meet at Target, whatever. And one thing leads to another, and phone numbers are exchanged. Because why? Because you're networking, right? Please. And boom, he's in your DMs, he's in your PMs, he's in your inbox, he's text messaging you, and you have to put your phone down now when you're around your husband or your long-term boyfriend. Because I'm not talking to anybody on this segment that's been with somebody for less than 3 months. I don't know why I said 3 months. I'm talking about less than a year. Less than a year. Because like you see all the signs from jump. You see all the signs. I refuse to believe that the red flags are not seen in the first 90 days. Don't play with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Like, don't. You see the signs. So, and that's like almost like a situationship almost. So yeah, I'm talking about year plus. You were cheated on. You got married. You got cheated on. And you decided to stay. Word of advice from this girlfriend to you, if nobody ever told you. When you forgave him, right? Because I'm going to assume you forgave him. Because what else are you staying for? Like, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let's talk about that for a second. So you didn't forgive him, but you're not leaving. What are you doing? Tell me in the comments what you're doing. Explain to me. Girlfriend on the Go is supposed to be engaging. It's supposed to be like, oh my God, like, this happened to me, this scenario, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to either develop an app or get a phone number, because I want girls everywhere, even guys. I want everybody to like tell me everything. Just drown me in it. I'm going to claim it, Lord. You hear my prayer, Lord, out loud? I want people to come to me and tell me what you're going through, because I got something for you. But for this segment, for today's lesson of cheating, not lesson, Jesus Christ, no, it's not a lesson. Maybe it is. But for today's episode on cheating, please tell me what you're doing, for those who didn't forgive but you're staying. Now, for those of you who did forgive and you're staying, I'm going to assume that this is, okay, another disclaimer, sorry. This is not for the F that mess with you, the FN that hurt you. And for those of you who don't know what FN is, the very trashy garbage guy that you decided to dedicate your time to for this time being, right? Because I'm going to decree and declare this is not your portion. And it's not God's will for you to be hurt and absolutely devastated and trash in the streets and in private. So this is not for the guys that's been doing it since day one, and the D is so good that you are willing to suffer and sacrifice for that, right? This is not for the one who's shown his ass time and time again, and you keep kissing that ass. You do that again. Not for the guy who's been showing his ass time and time again, and you keep kissing that ass because he's eating yours. This is not that, okay? This is not for that guy. This is for the girl who's with the guy that is actually a very, very good person. His moral compass was off. It wasn't aligned in the right direction at the time of the cheating. And he's absolutely devastated that he could hurt a woman such as yourself, right? This is for you. And you decided to forgive this good-hearted, you had a bad moment. Is there a damn moth in my room? Oh my God. Ah! Pause the segment. I know he better not debut again, because I can't be bothered. This is a balcony behind me, guys. So sometimes we open it and, you know, God's best comes in. So, but hopefully I'm not like in here like a goddamn safari on this damn podcast. So, the good-hearted guy, we're back at it again with the back at it again. The good-hearted guy who's absolutely devastated he could do this to you, and you have honored him and you absolutely forgive him because you know his heart and you know he had a moment of weakness and you're willing to forgive him. I want to use this moment to tell you, please, I beg of thee. It's hard to forgive. It's even harder to forget, right? Maybe you think it's not, it's vice versa. Please don't go through his phone. Please don't now become a private eye. Please do not worship Sherlock Holmes. Please do not be Inspector Gadget and go through his phone, go through his emails, do the double checking. Now you want to get a Ring camera, but it's only to see when he comes in, when he leaves. Now you want to get inside cameras. You got the Google Nest just to see who's nesting in here when you're not home. Don't do that. Let God have him. Give him to God, girl. Or give him back to the girl that he went with. I don't know what you want to do. But in the event that you decided, I'm going to keep my home together and we're going to get through this because it was a little mistake or it was a big mistake, but you know what? You're my person and we're not perfect and I'm going to get through this with you, right? If you're that girl, God bless your heart, by the way. Because that's a lot. I wasn't trying to be shady. It's just a lot that, to do that. Like, I've never gone through this. I've had friends that have gone through some cheating and staying and cheating and leaving. And I just try to put myself, I'm an empath. Okay, Google it if you don't know. And so I put myself in the shoes of, oh my God, what if this terrible thing happened to me? And I decided that I was going to stick it out. Then I'm also deciding that I'm going to trust you, even though you've given me trust issues. And I might even indulge in some therapy and some counseling on the side for the both of us, for myself. Maybe get one for yourself so you can figure out why you went astray, right? All these things to keep the relationship going in a healthy, productive manner, in a healthy way. Let us continue on this road till death do us part, right? If you're that girl, then God doesn't need your help in keeping his heart aligned, right? You pray for your strength. You pray for your perseverance. Because I think it's in the Bible. And again, I need to get back into my Bible, right? But I really feel like God be like, endure, girl. Now there's some things he doesn't say endure. Like, that's not a thing. But for other things, maybe you guys should read the book of James. There's going to be trials and tribulations, and it's to test your perseverance. Ooh, look at me getting my little pastor on. Shout out to Grandpa. Rest in peace. Bless the dead. There are things to test you, right? But some things, like, no. Like, I don't think God said it's okay for him to come home and give you an STD that's absolutely incurable and stick it out, girl. Not a thing. In fact, if you're married, though, so that could have been for the single woman, single until you're married. But for the married one, adultery is yes, God, you can let that go. Just letting you know. So you got permission from the Lord. You can let that go if it's adultery, right? Read your Bible. However, if you decided that I'm not going to let it go just yet, right? Okay, just yet. We'll allow just yet. It's coming to me, guys. Like, it's like the Spirit is talking to me. Holy Spirit, not with the spirits, because I don't play with other spirits. If you decide to stay in that moment and stick it out, right? You're forgiving this horrible thing, whatever. Then now you literally give it to God and ask God to help you get through this moment. Ask God to help him and his weakness or whatever he got going on, and see what happens. Now, if it happens again, then you understand that, for the married woman, you understand that the first time you missed your exit, right? And you didn't want to U-turn and get off the right exit. You wanted to keep going. So if it happens again, there's an exit coming up again. I saw the signs. You can get off. You can escape. Okay? You can escape that. I'm not subscribing to telling people to get out of relationships, like marriages. Like, I don't think that's my portion to ever do that. And I'm not a therapist. I'm not a family and marriage therapist either. So I'm not in the business of like, yeah, girl, get out, girl. Like, like it's not my portion. It's not my portion. I'm here for, you're married, you got cheated on, you decided to stick it out. And I want to relieve you of further stressing yourself out and knocking your trust issues through the roof. Knocking them through the roof. Can you do that? Flying them through the roof? Whatever, you get what I'm saying? I don't want to heighten your trust issues. I want to acknowledge that you probably do have trust issues now that are so crazy. And you need to consult a therapist, for sure. Especially if you want to work through your trust issues. Now, if your trust issues are absolutely unbearable and you can't, and like seeing his face is just overworking your anxiety and just putting your body in conditions that you cannot bear, then obviously, like, get out. Like, don't stay in that situation at all, because you're being provoked. Like, emotionally, physically, mentally, like, you're going crazy because you like forgave someone and You just can't. And maybe in the moment of finding out that he cheated on you, you couldn't accept or receive that your body was literally like having a freaking breakdown. And for the sake of love, you decided to stick it out. But for long term, it's a no for you, and you didn't know it then. Communicate. I feel like communication is key. I feel like communication prevents cheating. God, I want to debate on it. I want y'all to rip them comments up. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Oh, I communicated. I told him. I've been told him. I've been told her. Like, she knew what it was when she signed up. It prevents it. Unless you guys have a thing going where that's not cheating. And so this segment is not for you, because I'm definitely talking about cheating. For sure talking about cheating. Types of cheating I'm not going to get into. Whatever you deem cheating and disrespectful, and it's a no-go, but you love him, so you want to work it out and you want to see it through, that's what I'm talking about. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the ones who are out here networking and they're outside with their legs wide. I'm not talking about that. Okay? The ones who are being sneaky about it. And you know it, and like, what are we doing? Just what are we doing? Anyway, I don't want you to be a detective. Unless you are a detective, and then I have to question your detective skills, because why didn't you catch that? But these guys are getting sneaky. The game is changing, and they're doing their things in different ways now. There's so many ways to communicate, and like, I mean, I guess I can see how it slipped you, but whatever. Stop giving yourself an extra headache. If you decided to stay with your partner and work it through and work it out, I want you to pray about it. And I want you to see what God has for you. And lo and behold, you'll get your answer. Like I did that. See what I did there? If you know, you know. Now, for those of you who you just can't, and you're suffering and you don't trust him, and you think that he did more than go to Publix and get meat, and maybe he got some real meat. Like, I don't know. If you're there, see a therapist or see an exit plan, because you can't hang. It's killing you. Like, you got to sleep with one eye open. It's just too much work. It's so much work to do the extra review to see, like, is your paperwork straight? Like, it's too much work. Like, could you imagine, let's say you were cheated on and you got an STD and you find yourself in a clinic every month post you forgiving him and moving on? Like, is that your portion? To be checking to see if you're still clean? So you're screwing him willy-nilly, right? I'm assuming you're screwing him willy-nilly, because why else would you be? I mean, or maybe the condom broke. Okay, whatever. Let's say that you're screwing him protectively willy-nilly. And now you're at a clinic often? Like, they already have your tests lined up because they know you're coming? Know you on a first name basis? They might even drop it off to your house if you're that cool. Like, yeah, you're on that. Like, you're in Walgreens getting the at-home STD checks because you just can't. Red flags. All the signs. I saw the signs. Yeah. Did you see them? No. It's a no. It's a no. That's not what I mean when I say, oh, yeah, keep it going. You forgave him, and are those the steps that you're taking? Like, no. I'm talking about, like, start over. Like, grow over again. You're moving in a sense of, you did this and I'm forgiving you for it, and I'm going to move on. I'm hoping and praying, and I have the faith that you won't do it again. And so I'm going to leave it at that. And if you try me again, then God is going to handle you. That's it. That's what you do, girl. You leave it to God. Vengeance is his, saith the Lord. Like, I don't know what part of the Bible that's in, but it's his. So what are you doing? Calling your cop friends to go and slide by so-and-so house to see if you're really there. What are you doing with the extra cameras, the Google Nest in your house? What are you doing? All that extra work, it's almost like, why did you even forgive him? Because you're like giving yourself reasons to not forget. And if he's a good guy and he literally made a mistake, he's killing himself already. Like, it's killing him. You don't have to add anything you don't have to throw salt to an open wound. When you guys get in fights later on, because it's going to happen, because it's normal, you don't bring up like, well, you think I forgot that you cheated on me? Blah, blah. Don't do that either. Don't do that either. Do not live in the past. If you forgave his ass, move on. If he tries it again, This silence is for your answer. Because I ain't going to tell you what to do. But what I will tell you to do is not the extra paperwork. Cut it out. Forgive him, move on, give him to God, or give him back to the streets. But since you decided that he was going to stay in your sheets and not go back to the streets, give it to God and let God work that out since you want it so bad. Oh, I hope that didn't sting. I don't want to sting you. This is not to be. If Hubs could put a knife in my hand, that'd be dope. I didn't leave enough space. Maybe I should. Never mind. Whatever. All right. You forgave. You stayed. Pray up. Stay prayed up. If you got cheated on and you stayed, then stay prayed up as well. If you got cheated on and you can't get past it, you forgave him initially, but your little insides was like, you getting played again, girl, and you can't see a therapist, or you should see a therapist and it's not working, whatever. All things that say you can't keep doing this. Okay. Get out. This was for the movie. Get out. All right. That's it. I've done this like too many times. Just being real. Like, it's just so much. You never get it right the first time, you know? So you have to just keep going back and trying it again. Make sure you get it better and like more, like shorter the next time. Hopefully I did that. All right, y'all. This girlfriend is on the go. Ciao. I don't need to do that. All right. All right, y'all. This girlfriend is on the go. Ciao. Didn't do it. I'm embarrassed. Close the damn camera. All right. Bye, y'all. You can hit up the comments, though. I want to know. I'm going to get a number. I'm going to get a number because I just need. I need. What song is that? I'll figure it out. Ciao. For real. This time.